Ladies and gentlemen, party people of all ages, I'm Got Nate. Welcome to Titancraft. Today is October 29th, 2018. As you can see, I am still wearing my fabulous skeleton skin. Boy, video editing is a chore. I shot a half an hour of footage, more or less, and it took me all weekend to produce it, edit it down. So I think I'm going to try to take a different approach this video and kind of do little status updatey clips. So for my first status update, you'll notice that I I filled in the hole up top. And I have this line of stone. And remember my ramblings last video about the Ender and 16 blocks and 24 blocks and all of that jazz. Well, if mobs don't activate when you're not within 16 blocks of them, then any squid that I have is just going to sit there in its water column. That's the theory anyway. This being over here being 24 blocks away. So, theory is, if I get into a minecart and ride it back and forth, I have room for squids to spawn over at the opposite end, and the AI will activate when I get near for them to go squish down at the bottom. Now, we can only hope that the theory actually plays out. I have been AFK on and off all night here. I have not been catching restarts. It's basically, I see that the server has restarted and I'll log in and ride my minecart. Let's go see if we got any ink. I have rotten flesh. I did find a drown in among their yesterday. It turned out that there was one column that was missing all of its sugarcane, so that was a spot for it to spawn. I assume that's the rotten flesh I found. So, still no kelp. No kelp, no ink. I'm going to go ahead and park the minecart because... Oh, hi, skeleton. You've been taking shots at me, too. Did you spawn there? Yeah, look at that. Lighting glitch. I do have that light source right there. It should have lit that area up. Minecart's going to park. Let's go see the other thing that I did whilst waiting for renders on this video that took me all weekend to produce. I noticed how giddy I sounded in my video about this plan to put in the mycelium and turn this thing into a mushroom biome. And so I got on that task. I've been placing dirt and I've been placing mycelium, and I think I've got the beginnings of an appropriate landscape. Look at this. I even blended it in with Cable Guy's island over here. I enclosed in around this storage system here. I added lava to burn the extra kelp because this thing is just full. And you can see it's just hollow underneath still. And I did a little bit of work with light for specking out where we're going to be putting a tree farm on the back of the skeleton grinder. And I have been asleep ever since. So this is not ever since, but I went to bed right after establishing where he's putting it. So this is his tree farm, and it looks like it's going to make a wall of logs over there. And it also, judging by all of the logs in here, I'd say it's working with acacia even. Neat. But I'm going to let light show it off. So yeah, that's my status update since this weekend when I made a video. And I'm just going to continue with what I've been doing on playing this game, doing projects. Let's do a clip or a transition or something. This is my life now. It is now dark 30. I have been at this AFK session for about 5 hours. The server did reset while I was asleep. I just logged in because I'm really excited to see what's going on. Look at this. There's so few people, including me being AFK. Let's go see our results, shall we? Got no gear on. I got no tools. Let's go do something about that. So this server does have a population and lag problem, at least during normal hours. I did get it up to some shenanigans while attempting to assess some of the lag problem. Ready? I have 2 ink sacks. I have 2 rotten flesh. Well, it technically works. And 1 more rotten flesh. The fact that I've got rotten flesh over here now, that worries me. Let's go check out the shenanigans I got to the other day in lag busting.
Hey, Nate.
Yeah?
I may have a bone, but I don't have it. It's not here to pick with you.
Okay. So
See,
I just grabbed.
I'm going insane in the membrane. I got no brain.
I have a bunch of fence posts so we can at least contain the explosion a little bit.
Alright.
I'm thinking they should go here.
Yeah.
And I have no idea what mob explosion physics do, so
This will be interesting.
this will be interesting. And this might also be anticlimactic.
Yeah.
Slightly anticlimactic.
Yeah.
But here they come.
Just start whacking them.
Oh, I kind of want to see them spread out a little bit. I just kind of like burst forward when I dropped in there.
Because they're pushing me in. Yeah, they are pushing.
Because they're
forward
cramming in there.
Yeah.
Goodness.
Mm.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey.
Oh, now I'm stuck. Push the button for the water, somebody, please.
There wasn't a spot to jump on the fence.
Ah, I found it.
It's down below you. I couldn't get. I was gonna.
It's not clicking. I think I'm clicking the cow instead. Oh, of course it would hit Alan when I'm aiming for a cow. Sorry, Alan.
I'm laughing. It was funny.
There you go.
It didn't help. Oh, I'm out. Finally. This is funny.
Yeah.
So
Oh my
yeah,
gosh.
I think it's time to start killing them.
Okay.
You can bring them here and drop them. It would be a merciful death.
Oh, we're just killing cows over here.
Yeah,
With
I know.
swords and axes and bows.
Yep.
Send them over the ledge. It's just how much is it? It's 5 down there, right? So something around 90.
All right, let's stop here, or not.
We killed the one too many.
Oh well, I overcold your cows, Black Police. So when I built this thing, I had every expectation that I would have poor rates, just because we have so many players on at any given time. Chances are this farm will lie fallow for months until the server hype dies down, at which time I will have a farm ready to go. This farm is ready to go, however I do have lack of a storage system. I will be, in this video, putting together a concentration on this storage system. I've got a few other projects in the works that will be featured in this video, but otherwise I do not expect much for rates out of this farm until the server population dies back a little bit. Well guys, I've been AFK here on and off all day today. Kind of exciting that I've gotten a little bit of ink, and kind of scary that I got a little bit of rotten flesh. Ooh. 6. Well, rather 5. That is exciting. No more flesh on this side. That is also exciting. I died. I was AFK in my minecart and was impaled by a drown. Which means either my understanding about spawning mechanics is incorrect, and drowns do spawn in the kelp, or perhaps I have water that I failed to sugarcane and or kelp. Now I'm tired of running back and forth between these two unloader stations. So I'm going to violate a cardinal rule. Never redstone on camera. And I can see why, because I just froze up. Be back in a moment. Okay, after being flustered by attempting to redstone on camera, I have done a thing. I took the chests out and put in a smart dropper, which drops into the water stream here. This is what means it's 1.9. You got a block with the rest of it. Lights up just here. Lights all the way over here, which is around to power the inverter and make a block. This over here also lights up this block and power the block. So if I drop the item in here, we get the item out the water stream right here. Also, this is your pretty bog standard minecart unloader. You've got the comparator on the hopper. Burn it into the torch. If there's anything in the hopper, the torch turns off, which turns off the rail using dust and blocks over here. I also went and rearranged the minecart track a little bit. I cut back the loops over here by 1 and just ran this line straight across. Next steps are to put another one of these over at the other end and converge the water stream. And then, of course, get my ink sacks into a chest. But first, I think I'm going to go and audit the top up here and see if I can't identify where the where I might have drowned spawning spaces. Back soon. Well, what do we have here? It seems that I have an infestation down there. This could be a problem. Oh, by the way, because I got hit by a drown, I put up a glass wall. I am a bit concerned, though, that my farm might be broken by an Enderman holding a sugar cane. I also did that. Storage is now up here. You jerk, give me my sugarcane, my grass block. Two ender pearls. Well, I guess I came out 3 even. I guess I came out ahead in this transaction. Well, at least it picked up some of the rails. Let's go figure out how to fix this. I can see the column of water at least. I don't think I have enough rails here, which tells me that not only did the sugarcane despawn, but so did some of the rails. While I'm over here, as you can see, I added the second smart dropper apparatus. I have the water stream finished here, as well as on the other side, and they both go up to the storage on top. Okay. You can see the difference in color where I've got squid spawning and not here. River and savanna biome. Oh joy, the joys of rails. Farm fixed, I can go back to my AFK. So, that happened. Well guys, it's been quite the status updatey video so far, hasn't it? I'm still trying to establish my style, so if this doesn't work, then obviously I'll do something different for my next video. But in the meantime, it is now November. You can tell by the fact that I've switched to my normal skin. And it has been a couple of days since I last recorded. So let's do an update of what has occurred in the last couple of days on Titancraft. First of all, I've discovered that my AFK point is sometimes deadly. Sometimes it kills me. Sometimes it doesn't even let me out when I push shift. I've found that I am safest here. Sometimes it puts me inside the mine track and then I fall down to the bottom, no gear on, to my death. First thing I want to point out, I put this tripwire hook here, so when a player goes across, the rail switches so that the minecart keeps going. But you'll see when the minecart comes back, it will just park itself over here. Because I got tired of always having to break that minecart. And then when I'm ready to get to AFK again, I can just get in my minecart and launch. Of course, once again, the minecart will park itself when it's done. I still have not gotten any more squid spawns, although possibly I may not have included this last 4. I don't recall. These last 4 have been a few days. I was reviewing some of the recordings that I did earlier this week and did see stuff that I said I was going to do but never actually included in the video. So I'm going to make sure I show that momentarily. In an effort to identify any potential spawning spaces, I put a layer of glass here so that I can just peer down from the top. What I'm looking for is any water layer that doesn't have kelp in it, or any sugarcane layer that's not filled into the top. And this way, I haven't spotted any. Getting in there and swimming, I spotted one a week ago and fixed it, but have had spawned since. So I might be misinformed on drowned spawning mechanics. Maybe drowned really can spawn in kelp, in which case this is just a side effect of this farm. The other thing that I did that I'm really pleased with and want to show off is I have retrofitted my method to get to the end. I have this minecart right over here. And that lag makes this so herky-jerky. But I really love what the parallax effect does with these torches. I'm going to have to come up with a better design, though, that takes advantage of that parallax effect. Maybe put pixel art on this far wall or something. But it looks like somebody has been fighting the dragon. With the lag that I'm seeing, I'm not even going to bother with the obsidian. The next thing I did is I added another map that includes the tree farm. And of course, this map is already out of date. I've filled in a whole bunch of the mycelium over here and to some extent over here and also over here. So I guess it may be time for a 4th map if I do these as frequently as I seem to be doing them. There he is. People have made progress down here. But I heard something happen. There's been another accident. This time it was one of our moderators who popped to bed. So in my adventures of digging this out, by minecart, it'll come back. In my adventures of digging this thing out, I did come across a couple of caves and clear those out, and I came across parts of the stronghold that wasn't lit. I found an extra library in that stronghold. I found a mine shaft, including a spider spawner and a skeleton spawner, which I will show in separate clips. But here's my haul. Kind of got junk. Kind of a little bit more junk, but here's a golden apple. These are my stuff. This is my toolbox. I needed space. I was also doing some redstone while doing it for the minecart player ejector. Minecart's back. So you're gonna find more bits of redstone in here than like here. I did find 3 diamonds. I believe they were in a chest. Lots of cobwebs. And I already had a copy of Cat and a copy of 13. Now I've got 2 more copies of Cat and a second copy of 13. And lots of books. I'm going to sort all of this stuff out now and see you in the next clip. Next on my adventures, I found something quite cool. Not 1, not 2, but 4 spider spawners, all in a direct line. This is going to be fun, but not today. And let's check it out. I can just get all 4 of them on screen at once, all lit up. So there you have it, guys. I've been recording for a week. Clips here and there. I hope that this will make a coherent video. I think that I do need to work on my video pre-production skills. Just because of the way that these clips have been rolling together. I'm not sure how well the edit will go. We shall see. But I do have one more thing I want to show you from this week. First of all, I fixed the falling down when you get out of the minecart issue. I just dug out a little more space for me to get out, and that seems to have solved it. We now have gotten a total of 15 ink sacks. Interestingly, there's been no more rotten flesh. Did I say 15? I meant to say 17. A quarter stack in a little bit over a week. That's kind of sad. You'll notice that I've moved my beacon. I have begun digging out an area for presentation while riding the minecart track. I'm going to have super top secret pixel art over on the far wall. On these 2 straight walls, I'm going to put randomized patterns. I haven't quite figured that out just yet. And on the opposite wall, where the player's not going to be looking ordinarily, I'm going to have this stair-step pattern at 45 degrees. That stair-step pattern is going to be quite difficult to light up, but we will figure out a way. Maybe carpets and slabs and stairs, oh my. Maybe we'll flood it, I'm not sure. And I hope that with the stair-step pattern, they will converge somewhere towards the bottom, and we'll see how that turns out. Maybe I'll be shifting this diagonal wall forward or back a little bit, depending on how things go down at the bottom. I did do some measurements. I'm doing some eyeballing, and we'll see how this turns out. In the meantime, I measured it 128 blocks from the minecart station to the far wall, giving me plenty of space for canvas on the pixel art that will be more or less where I'm standing, down to bedrock more or less. I've been got Nate. I've got lots to do, including editing this video. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.